As we join you again here, we're talking about a breaking news situation at Spruce Village Apartments in Martinsville where a fire broke out a little over an hour ago. We're with our reporter Bob Sharp. And Bob, let's just start off and kind of paint the picture from the initial call up until where we are now.
Well, Scott, the call came in a little bit before noon today, and it came over the scanner that a lady called and said she'd set her apartment on fire. From there, the alarms went off. Martinsville Fire Department responded, also calling other fire departments in the area for backup. First person on the scene said it was heavy smoke visible on the backside. They immediately started bringing in other personnel, even police, all the way to the detective division, the Martinsville City Sheriff, the patrol division, and they evacuated all the patients. Did a floor-by-floor, room-by-room search. Initially, it was the way the call came in, it sounded like maybe it was intentional. We don't necessarily believe that. But it was the lady where the fire happened that actually made the first call. Then everything went as they planned. They planned for these things. They were able to evacuate everybody out safely. The good news is there's been no injuries. No one has been hospitalized or taken to the hospital for like smoke inhalation that we're aware of. That was about an hour ago. We heard that update. Now they're in the process. The residents that have been evacuated, they're going to transport some by bus to the Carillion Hospital, and we've heard the Martinsville Middle School. Still a lot of smoke in the building. We just went on the back side. They busted out several windows trying to get this place ventilated, but still a lot of smoke in the building. But it looks like that this is going to be an evacuated building for some time. I don't know when it'll be able to be back up and running, but it might be sometime due to the smoke damage.
Indeed, and large-scale evacuation here. No easy feat by any stretch of the imagination. Large structure as well. It takes a lot of firefighting apparatus and a lot of personnel on hand to effectively evacuate and then fight a fire like this.
Absolutely, and I've been to a lot of fires in my day, from an early on from being in the rescue squad and a fireman myself. Never seen anything go off as smooth as this was, because you're dealing with a lot of elderly people that are on oxygen, a lot in wheelchairs, some in walkers. They just happened to have and was able to call in enough people and personnel to get these folks out safely. I did got some pictures on my camera. I took the one man that they actually carried him over his shoulder. That was when the thing first started. Evidently, he was probably pretty close proximity, and I don't know if he couldn't get a wheelchair or what have you, but one of the firemen, I believe it was, had him on his shoulders coming out the door. And that was right traumatic to see that when you see all the people here. And I would say it's somewhere between 80 to 100 people. It would be my estimate. And they were very well organized. They initially put them in places where there was shade. Then they had to gather them all up in front because they had to do a head count to make sure that everybody was out. That worked real smoothly. They had everyone they thought accounted for. And now there's evacuation being completed. They'll be transported to other areas where there's air conditioning they can be attended to. And that's underway as we speak. They're still inside the building. There's a lot of smoke. We believe the fire to be completely out, but there's still a lot of smoke in the building. And they'll be working here for some time, I'm sure.
Indeed, hours and maybe even the remainder of the day to make sure that structure is in fact safe.
Absolutely. And again, if people are just joining us, if you have a relative, that's the last place you want to come is over here because they're trying to keep the roads open so they can get them to where they're taking them. And we'll be making further announcements, and I'll probably get some sort of list to let you know maybe patients, I don't know how they're going to do that, by room numbers or by floors, what area they may be. They may do it by, their disability, whether they're on oxygen, that sort of thing. We'll be working with them very closely. But they do not want the road congested, and it's really difficult to get in here with all the safety apparatuses and the fire trucks and so forth. And then they actually called the Collinsville Fire Department to put them on standby. I think that was because of the intensity of the fire at one time. And we could see quite a bit of smoke when we first arrived, and then it got a lot more smoke, and we could see down the backside. You've got video of that, just how intense this fire was.
Indeed, very intense, very well-organized effort there, and I think a good effort on the part of our reporters as well, thanks especially to you and Dick Jansen, who have been working very hard out there in the field today. One question I have for you, Bob, I know that your cell phone power is getting a little low at the moment. We're working on plans to take care of that. How is your camera battery and your available memory? Are you okay on that?
I'm doing fine on that, yes, sir.
Okay, just wanted to confirm. I know you'll be there for a little while yet, and keep us posted with any additional updates.
I certainly will. I'll have to put my hats off to U.S. Cellular. I tell people all the time, if you want a service that you can count on, well, how long we've been on the air, but I was here right after the alarm came in, and we talked until I'm that hoarse. So it's amazing how long these batteries last.
Indeed. Doing a fine job there as we appreciate your updates, and folks, stay with us. We'll take a brief break, be back with more here on this and other local news right here on Star News.